Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Today we are going to start the new chapter, the covalent bond. Yes, I'm going to read it.
A covalent bond is formed by mutual sharing of electrons between two atoms. In the formation of this molecule, each hydrogen atom achieves the electron configuration of the noble gas helium, which has two valence electrons. An electron pair in the region between the two atoms is attracted to both hydrogen nuclei. This means it is a more stable situation that exists in separate atoms. Because of this stability, two atoms form a covalent bond. We can represent the formation of a covalent bond between two atoms using electron dot and cross symbols for the atoms and the resulting molecule.
So now we know that covalent bond is the sharing of electrons. As you remember, that ionic bond is the transfer of electron from one atom to the other atom and producing positive ion and negative ions. In this form, normally the non-metals combine to form a covalent bond. Now let's take the example of hydrogen. Hydrogen. There is only one electron in the outermost shell. And same is true for the other hydrogen atom. Now both have one electron and are deficient of one electron each. So what they will do, they will combine the two electrons for both of them, and it will form like this. Now these two electrons will revolve around the nucleus of both the hydrogen atoms at the very same time, hence completing both the outer shell of the both hydrogen atoms. Hence it is going to complete it. Same is the case with the example of oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen cyanide, fluorine, chlorine gases, and I will send you the pictures as well of those molecules, and you will see that the cross and dot shell is represented there. You have to understand that it is not the transfer of electron but sharing of electron, and in sharing it depends on which group it is, that how many electrons it can share. For example, hydrogen can only share one electron, chlorine can only share one electron. Why? Because it needs one electron. Let's take the example of chlorine and another chlorine. Now you can see that one chlorine has 7 electrons, and same is true for the other chlorine. They will share only one electron each, hence completing their outermost shell. Here you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So it is completing both the outer shell of the chlorines by sharing. What about the example of oxygen or nitrogen? Oxygen is in group 6. So it means that it has 6 electrons in the outer shell. So oxygen, the outer shell has 6 electrons. On the other hand, the other oxygen will have the very same electronic configuration, 6 electrons. Now if these two combine, they will have to share 2 electrons each, like this. Now you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, again completing the 8 electrons. So this will be a double bond. In the case of hydrogen and chlorine, it was single bond, and in case of nitrogen, it will be triple bond, because nitrogen is in group 5. It has 5 electrons in the outer shell, so it can share 3 electrons each, and it will be a triple bond. These are also represented by the dashed lines, and I will show you how. Like this, hydrogen and hydrogen. This one line or dash represents the single bond. In oxygen, double bond. In the case of nitrogen, it is triple bond. So now you have understood that covalent bonds are single, double or triple. It is not more than triple bond between the two same atoms. It may have 4 bonds with different atoms in the case of carbon, like carbon. In methane have 4 bonds but with 4 different hydrogen. It has also, carbon has also 4 bonds with 2 different oxygen, because oxygen has to complete by sharing of 2 electrons. So here you can see the 2 bonds with oxygen and 2 bonds with this oxygen, completing the carbon bond as well as oxygen bond. Hope that you have understood it, and thank you.